everyone, instead of a vlog today, I decided I would finally show you how to make the unicorn headbands. I made these for Nora's birthday party that's coming up, and I have 4 more to make tonight, so let's get started. The things you will need are stuffing. I got way too much stuffing. Way too much. I've used that much so far, so I'm gonna have to make a few pillows out of this. You will also need headbands, a hot glue gun with extra glue sticks, scissors, hard pieces of felt. I am using white glittery felt, soft pieces of felt. I have multiple colors here, rose gold colored wire, and some fake flowers. Okay, the first thing I did was plug in my hot glue gun, and now I'm going to cut out the ears for the headbands. And I've already made stencils for the big part of the ears. When I cut these out, I cut them with the glitter side of the felt down. Now that I have the stencils down, I am going to cut them out. Now that I have all the outside of my earpieces cut out, I'm going to cut out the inside, and I have a small little stencil for that, and I'm going to do 4 different colors because I'm making 4 headbands tonight. Alright, so the next part we're going to make the horns, and for me this is the most difficult part. So I have white felt, it's white glittery felt, it's just not the hard felt, and I recently went back to Michael's to go pick up more felt, and I forgot to get this stuff. So I don't know how many horns I can make out of this one, so I might have to make 2 out of a different color, which is fine. There'll be 2 different color horns in the whole group, which will be okay because every unicorn is unique and they can have different color horns if they want. So the reason that these are difficult for me to make is because I never made a stencil for them, and I just make a triangle and I kind of just do it however I feel when I'm cutting it. Like, I don't really make a stencil and I don't follow any rules for the horns, so I just make a triangle out of it, and they come out different sizes, but that's totally fine. All right, so my biggest worry is not having enough wire. I used a lot of it when I made the other headbands, and I forgot to get more at Michael's the other day, so hopefully I have enough to make 4 horns, but we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed. All right, to start on the horn, you're gonna take the felt with the glitter side, or whatever side you want, down, and then you'll take some wire and hot glue and glue the wire at the top just a little bit, maybe an inch in, and just hot glue it there and let it sit for a minute. Once that is dry, you pretty much just have to kind of like roll it into a cone shape, and this is where it gets a little difficult. So what I'm gonna do is hot glue right where I put the wire, just a tiny bit, and then glue or roll this over. And then you hot glue all the way down, almost to reaching the bottom of the felt. You'll roll this over, and then just kind of sandwich it together. Now that the cone shape is made, it looks like that, we're going to stuff it. It is easier when you have little pieces of stuffing and then gradually get bigger. So I'll take a little piece and I'm gonna roll it into a ball, and I'll put it in there, and I'll actually take a pen and then just jam it down in there. And then you continue to do this until it is stuffed about 80% of the way. Okay, so I've stuffed the horn almost all the way. I don't know if you can tell, but the stuffing ends right here. What we're gonna end up doing is folding this in, and we will fold it in when the wire comes all the way down here. And then when we glue it onto the headband will go here, and we'll fold this over. To wrap the wire around the horn, you're just gonna bring it down and then just start wrapping it around in a spiral motion. If I had more wire, I would probably wrap this around the horn a few more times, but I'm going to stop it there. Now that I have the wire right where we're going to fold this down, I'm going to fold it in and then just take the wire and pinch it down in there like that. So that is the finished horn. I know it looks a little funky here, but since we can't fit stuffing all the way up there, it's just gonna look funky. All right, it is time to start gluing everything together. I have paired all of the flowers with the ears that I want, and I've made all the horns, and we're just gonna start gluing everything. All right, so I have everything ready to put together, except I still need to glue the pieces onto the ears. When I glue these, I'm going to glue them kind of close down to the bottom because I will fold this up and then I will tuck this over like that. So when I put the hot glue on, I don't want to glue it all the way down. I'll just leave a little bit, like an inch at the bottom. All right, now I'm ready to put the unicorn headband together. What I do is I lay everything out and then I put the headband on it so I can mark it to where I want to glue. So I'll start with one ear, and what I do is I hold the headband in one hand and then the ear in the other, and then I'll put a dot of glue kind of in the center of the extra part on the ear. And then I glue that to the side of the headband. And then when that's drying, I put more glue on the bottom of the ear, and then I fold this and wrap it around. And I will put a tiny more glue on the top there and put the green part down. So it's kind of folded over a little bit. And I just repeat the same steps on the other side. When gluing the horn on, it's pretty much just a lot of hot glue. So you're gonna wanna see where you're gonna put it, and then in between that, you're going to just pretty much put a ton of hot glue on the headband itself, and then you'll put this down. And when you do that, you want to do the flap right here on the front of the headband. So when that is dry, you're going to turn it over, and that is what it's going to look like. And now you're going to put a ton of hot glue here and fold this flap over. You're going to want to make sure you're really pinching it though, so it doesn't come apart. I'm just going to add a little bit extra hot glue just to kind of keep the structure a little bit. See, it's totally not perfect and it's uneven, but I still love it. Now that the horn is on, we are going to assemble our flowers. I probably will do this one on one side and then these two on the other. You just take some hot glue and put it on the spot that where you're gonna put your flower, and then just lay the flower on top of that. Once that dries, you're going to do the same on the other side with the other flowers. Since there are two flowers, I'm going to do one on the horn. And the other by the ear. So that is my finished unicorn horn. I'm going to continue to do the rest of them really quickly, and I'll check back in with you when I'm done. All right, you guys, I am all done making the headbands. I made 4 tonight and they look amazing. They're super easy to make and they're so fun, and I cannot wait for Nora's birthday party.